Hi, and welcome to the Dorm Planning Command Center. This is an extension and a partner to the digital planner that you purchased or received. And everything that's in that planner is outlined here and just in a slightly different format, which I am going to walk you through so that you have an understanding of why this is such a great companion. For a lot of you who like having information at your fingertips on the go, this is going to be your best friend. So when you receive it, it is going to look just like this. As you can see up here, it says create a board from this template. Since this is a template, it's not going to give you full access to everything unless you create a copy. So you're going to create a board, which I did here, and I can name it Alice's Dorm Planning Command Center. On this board are going to be various columns, and basically each of these columns is like one of the chapters in the planner, and I'll walk you through each of those. To start off with, we have the how to use this board. There's a click on the card. There's a welcome message here from me. You can click on show more to have more information. There are things that are linked in here that you can click and get access to. In here, you can actually attach your copy of the planner so that you have it at your fingertips. And then here is the video walkthrough of the dorm planner, and then also the command center walkthrough. You can watch this again at a later date. Now we're going to start with planning. It has all these checklists in here. Now each of these cards has information. Where to start. There's also checklists in here. So lots of good information. Very similar. It's not 100% the same as what's in the other planner, but majority of the information is the same. There is actually some additional information here. So school specific checklists, you can go here and it says here to link to your school's official dorm checklist. Since my daughter goes to San Diego State, I did that in advance for you. So you go to the school website, you could do a search for a dorm checklist. This is what came up. It was the fall 2024 checklist. You click on that. It shows you information. You could then just copy that URL, come back here and link it. You just click on here and then you can just paste it in here and then save. So the next time you're needing to review that information, you don't have to go on the website and look for it again. You just click on the link and it automatically takes you there. What we want to do is streamline how you do everything, and having it at your fingertips like that is going to make it so much simpler. And then one of the things that I am advising you to do is to review the prohibited items list. As you can see here, there is a section here that says what not to bring. So review that for your school. Every school is going to be a little bit different, although I think there's a lot of crossover as well. Budgeting is over here, and the dorm budget template is linked here. So you just want to make a copy, save it to your Google Drive. What you're going to do then is copy what your URL is for the budget that is specific to you, not the template. And then you're going to click in here, remove this link because this is just the template, and you're going to paste in your budget so that anytime you need access to your budget, it's right here. So you have this to do, doing, and done list. This is a way for you to just create an ongoing to-do list for yourself. And so let's just say one of the things you want to do is connect with roommates. Because once you get your roommate assignments, you'll know who they are. So you click on that card. Inside, you can add a description, and I would say put their names here. If her name is Alice, you can put their Instagram handle here so that next time you're wanting to look up that person, you can then just click on the link and you'll automatically go to their Instagram. Another thing is if you want to coordinate items that shared items, you want to create a checklist, you click that. Let's just say you're going to share an area rug, you're going to share a mirror. Now there's a couple of things that you can do. You can add and assign members to this particular item. You can even share this board with other people. Now I'm going to give you the caveat on that, because unless you want them to see everything that's under here, you don't want to share this specific board with them. So you may want to just make another copy of this. So you can go here, click on the three dots here. So if you click here, share, you can add their email addresses and share this board with them so that you guys can do a collaboration. I would limit who you're sharing this board with. Most likely probably between the student and the parent, because you're probably working on this together. If you're going to do something with a roommate, I would then copy board, click on down here, copy board, make another copy of this board, and you guys can collaborate on that board, but not on this one. Okay, so call it Roommate Dorm Planning Command Center. Add the people that you want to be collaborating onto that board. So there's to do, doing, and done. The great thing about this is you could just drag and drop these cards from one column to another, from one list to another. So if you're working on connecting with the roommates, great, it goes into the doing. Once you're done, you can drag it over here to the done. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Same thing with this. If this is something that you know you need to do, but you're working on it, you can move it over here. Once it's done, you drag it over to the done. And if you wanted to move these because you feel like it's getting in the way, you can do that. So let's say you're all done. You drag this entire list. You can move it all the way over to the end here. And it's out of the way because it's farther to the right. So let's talk about dorm style and design. Everything that you need to know is on this list. You can get your design board here. Here's the template. It automatically is linked here. Again, you would edit that, create your own design board, and then what I would do is copy the link to your specific board and link it here. So you would just click here and edit this. So you're no longer going to be calling it a template. You can call it Alice's Design Inspo board and save that, and then obviously remove this link and add the link specific to your board so that you have access to it. Here is the tutorial. You could just click on that and watch that. You come down here, there's things that you can do. This links out to Pinterest for dorm inspiration. If you wanted to add a card, so there's different things here. Storage inspo, I've added a photo for you. You can add additional photos yourself. So you would just add and then an attachment. And then you can choose a file from your computer and upload it. So that way, all of your inspiration is under one area. So you're, again, not looking for things all over the place. If you needed to create a card, says coordinating with roommates, and these are the things that you have listed, you can add photos, add links, just whatever needs to be done so that it is at your fingertips. You are not searching all over the place. Here are your checklists. You go in here, you can check off any of the items that you have. You can hide any of the checked items so you only focus on the items that are still showing. Or if something does not pertain to you, not relevant, you can just go here to the three dots on the right, click on it, delete. If you need to add, just add. Very easy. All of your legal is down here. Now, this is going to be one of the most important columns altogether, and I'm going to tell you why. All of your power of attorney resources are here. You can click here, create it. The key is, after you've created it, is to then actually attach it to this board. So you're going to click on the add, and you're going to add attachments. You're going to scan the documents and then upload it into here so that if you ever need access to it, it's right there. This is why it's so good to be able to collaborate with a parent and a child on this board too, so that you guys have access to all this information. Put the information for your dorm insurance in here once you have it, so that in case you need to access it, you know exactly where to get that information. Again, you're not scrambling. Upload copies of your driver's license, your medical insurance card, your birth certificate, immunization records, your passport, all of this, so that if you ever need access to it, you know where to get it. Just in case you lose your driver's license, you still have a photo of it. I know a lot of moms don't want to give up the original copies of any of these documents, but your child is going to need access to it. So having a photo of it is going to be a great resource. Now, if you wanted to add something else here because you know that that's something that you need to know, put it in here. So I hope you're realizing that this is really a repository of all the important information. It's not just for planning the dorm, but planning kind of your life around this. I hope you find this helpful and useful and that you actually use it. That's where you're going to really see the benefits. Good luck. Happy planning.